name is Catherine Butler. This is Movement for Life. Today we are doing foam rolling. I took a foam rolling course, and in the course it taught that we don't foam roll the stomach, the abdominals, and that's because we want to protect our organs. And anytime we're foam rolling on the backside, we have to be really careful so we're not putting too much weight or foam rolling in the wrong way. I ordered my foam roller from Amazon. When you're ordering a foam roller, you can order several different lengths. This is a good length for at-home foam rolling. I've really enjoyed it. So let's get to the foam rolling. First of all, you can begin with the bottom of the feet. This is probably going to work better if you have a tennis ball, because a tennis ball is just the right size to roll out the bottom of the feet. But you can do it with a foam roller. I like to place the bottom of my feet on top and just lift my hips slightly so that I'm putting some weight on the bottom of my feet, and I gently roll forward and back, maintaining balance as I'm lifting my hips. You can do this with your hips down as well, but you're not going to get as much weight on the bottom of the feet. Foam rolling is really good for sore muscles. It helps provide blood flow, which also helps provide healing. The next place that we're going to begin to foam roll is just behind the ankles and rolling down or up the calf. So we begin to roll and pull in. And we're moving really slow because we're looking for any tender spots that might need a little bit more rolling out. I'm going to twist this direction so that you can kind of see what I'm doing at this angle as I'm rolling and pulling in. And I'm just really focusing on the lower leg towards the ankle and under the calf. Now, if you need a little bit more body weight, you can lift your hips and then just gently roll back and forth. That also takes a lot of core strength to keep the hips lifted and gently roll forward and back. Or you can do it with your hips down, bending the knees if you don't want that pressure on your hands. Because we are doing this for sore muscles, relaxation. It doesn't need to be such a workout. We're doing it to really cause healing and promote healthier muscles with more blood flow. Okay, now we're going to roll onto our left hip, and we're going to be rolling down the inside of the right leg and the outside of the left leg. And we're still continuing to just gently roll out and in. Roll out and in. Now I'm slightly lifting my hips as I'm lengthening out just to get a little more body weight and pressure. And then I'm going to switch sides so that I'm laying or resting on my right hip, and I'm just going to roll out and in, and I'm just barely lifting my hips as I'm lengthening, and then I'm lowering my hips. You can keep your hips down throughout. You can make fists for wrists if you have some joint issues. And we just gently roll out and in, and then we bring it back to the calf. Now I'm going to come a little further up the leg, and we're going to lengthen all the way towards the knee without putting the pressure on the knees, and then continue to lengthen and pull in. That's my UPS man. He's so friendly and cute and always waves to me through the window. Lengthen out. Now I'm going to begin to add pressure by lifting the hips, lengthen out and pull in. Lengthen out, pull in. And we use body weight for the massaging. Now you're moving slow because if you find a place where you feel a little bit of pain or a knot, you can kind of just work through that spot gently, rolling back and forth. Now I'm going to rotate onto one side and roll out and in, and roll out and in, and then roll to the other side, gently rolling out and in, and we're just really focusing on those lower legs and those calves. Next, I want to focus on shins. So from the knee to the ankle, which means we're going to rotate we're gonna come to a hands and knees position. We're gonna disconnect the knees. And again, you can do fists for wrists. If you need a mat or something, a little more padding underneath you, go ahead and get that. Disconnect the knees and then just begin to roll out and then pull the knees back in, rolling through those shins. And you can move your hands a little bit. Gently roll out. You want to maintain complete control, so we're moving very slow and in control. Roll out and in. Roll out and in. Now I want to get the side of the shin on the left leg, so I'm going to just gently rotate and lengthen, and then I'm also getting a little bit of the inside of the shin on the right leg as I'm rolling out and in, and then I'm going to switch sides. Pulling in, lengthening out with control, working through the side of that shin. Now I'm going to lower my hip, come to my elbow, and just lengthen and pull in, just getting the side of my right leg. And then we're going to get the side of the left leg. Lengthening, pulling in, lengthen, roll in. This can be done with hips lifted if you need a little more pressure. You can really work down that lower leg. Okay, next we're going to be working from the hips, or I'm sorry, the knees to the hips. So we're going to begin with the foam roller just above the knees. From here, you can use fists for wrists or you can place hands, and we're going to roll forward and back. Roll forward, allowing body weight to roll and really massage through those hamstrings. Now, if you find a spot that's sore, stay on that spot and then just gently roll through that knot. Now I'm going to lean more onto my right so that I'm working more the side of my hip, my gluteus medius. And I'm going to bend my left knee to help support, and I'm going to roll back and forth, forward and back. So the body weight that is on the foam roller is the side of my right hip. I'm supporting with my right hand and my left leg. Now I'm going to rotate now so that my left gluteus medius, or side of the hip, is on the foam roller, rolling forward and back, supporting with the left arm and right leg. Those are my points of contact. Gently rolling forward and back. Working through the side of the hip. Okay, now I'm going to roll through my inner thigh on my right leg. So I've got my left knee down on the floor. If you have a really long foam roller, just push it back out of the way. We're going to pull it all the way up into the groin. Let's see, let's start at the just above the knee actually, and then we can roll up towards the groin and then back in. Point of contact, left leg, left arm. Rolling through inner thigh on that right leg. If you get to a spot that feels a little bit sore, you can stay there and gently roll through it. And then we're going to go to the other side. So this time my point of contact is my right leg, right arm. I've got a lengthened left leg with the foam roller just above the knee. I'm going to roll down and back up. Just kind of work through the space that you have, rolling down and up. Really putting pressure into that inner thigh to get some blood flow, promote healing if you have sore muscles. Excellent. Now let's work on quadriceps. Which inner thigh is part of the quadriceps, but we're going to focus on the tops. So, placing the foam roller just next to the knees, we're going to lean body weight into that foam roller, kind of lengthen the legs, allow the toes to be touching, and we're going to gently rock forward and up towards the pelvis, rocking forward and back, gently rocking forward and back. Now we're going to lean more onto the right side. And then rolling onto the left side. And finishing off, rolling a few times, a few more rotations, up and down, quads. Being careful with the knee joint. Excellent. Let's work through our gluteals. So we're going to sit on the foam roller. We're going to lean more towards the left, bend to the right knee. The left leg can be bent or it can be lengthened. Just kind of get it out of the way. And we're just rolling through our gluteals, especially the one on the left. The right gluteal is slightly disconnected. Focusing on that left gluteal, rolling down through the side of the hip. Doing what we can to promote blood flow through those hips. And then we're going to switch sides. So now we're going to really be leaning on the right side, right hand connected, left knee is bent, left foot connected to the floor. The right leg can be bent or straight. Just make sure it's out of the way. And we're just gently rolling through those gluteals. Forward and back, using body weight for the massage. Now, if you get to a point where it feels tight or you feel a knot, just kind of gently roll through that. Stay there and just work through that knot. Now, having gluteus maximus from both right and left connected to the foam roller, we're going to roll forward and back. Working through that entire gluteus maximus on both sides, rolling forward and back. If you get to a point where you feel a knot, just kind of stay there and roll through it. If you ever feel a point where you feel searing pain, stop what you're doing because you shouldn't feel searing pain. That is not a normal reaction. Discomfort's okay. Searing pain is not okay. Okay, let's work through upper arm. So we're going to bring, and I have to get my hair out of the way because it will pinch when you have long hair. We're going to lean the upper arm or the elbow of the left arm on the foam roller, and we're going to roll down and up. I did a tricep workout last week that I posted on this YouTube station, and my triceps were really sore for quite a few days, so it's good to get some blood flow to those muscles that are sore to help promote healing. And let's switch sides, bring the foam roller under the right arm, right elbow, get the hair out of the way, and just roll back and forth. Okay, taking great caution when we come to our backs. We're going to focus on latissimus dorsi on the left side and then latissimus dorsi on the right side, which are the big muscles that come down our backs. We're not going to put pressure on our spine. So let's bring the foam roller again under the left side. Let's support body weight with elbows so that we're not putting a whole bunch of pressure on our latissimus dorsi, and or on our spines especially. Let's keep both feet firmly on the floor, and we're gonna gently roll down and up through that lat. Not putting too much body weight on that. And again, I'm gonna move my hair out of the way because it will pinch. We don't wanna put too much of our pressure or body weight on that. We really wanna keep hips pretty grounded as we roll up and down. And you might have to make a few adjustments to get it where you want it to be, but not putting too much pressure, because we don't want to cause damage. We want to bring healing to the body. So you want to do your foam rolling in a very, very safe way. Switching sides. I'm going to lay my right lat. My right elbow will be down, both feet will be down, and I'm going to roll down and up through that lat. Excellent. And that is all we're going to do for today. Hopefully you feel really good. Hopefully you feel more blood flow.